Good morning, everybody. We are Thursday morning, and it is the 30-day review. So, what do we think? How did it go? First month. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Okay. First off, let's start with the weight. So, as you guys know, 2 days ago I was at 335, and yesterday I weighed myself as 336, put on a pound. No big deal, because I ate very well. So it's not actual weight. So I was eager to see today. Things are going to settle, and then I'm going to get to weigh myself this morning and show the brand new me, the new number. So I weighed myself this morning, and I'm at 336.8. What's going on? I'm going the wrong direction. That's okay. I ate very well. Salt. I've said this a million times. You guys know. There was a lot of salt what I ate yesterday. They were good meals. So for lunch, I had my sandwich. So a sandwich is just it's like a turkey mixed with vegetables and stuff. With the bread, 2 pieces of bread, 120 calories for 2 pieces of bread. So it's very good bread. I'm not looking at the right place. It's good, healthy bread. It's fine. And then I had a couple grapes. And then for dinner, I had some chow mein with some vegetables and these little shrimp. Not a lot of it. So the size of it was, well, it fits in those containers for sandwiches. So those little containers. So that's all I ate. That's it. I ate that yesterday. So I ate well, right? I'm not worried about that. But I know Chinese food type of stuff, there's a lot of sodium in there. So I have a little bit more. No big deal. I feel great. I really do. My tooth is, there's still some swelling. You can see it. You can see like I've got this crease that's here. Normally it's whenever I smile, and now it's just always there. So that's where the swelling is. It's all right behind here. So I'm dealing with that. It hurts less than yesterday. It's still there. So I have a busy day today, tomorrow too, but if it doesn't get any better by tomorrow, I will reach out to the dentist and just to be sure that everything's okay, and we just wait it out some more. I'm not too worried. I just hope he doesn't have to go back in there 3-4 times to fix it. Okay, so one of the questions I got today or yesterday to talk about for my month review, even before that, for those of you that have never watched any of my videos, my starting weight was 360 pounds. The lowest I was 2 days ago at 335. Then I started eating too much sodium, and I went back up to 336.8 for a loss of 23.2 pounds in 1 month. Very good, very big numbers, very pleased. Do I recommend Saxenda? Yeah, of course, do it. As long as you have the means to do it, obviously. Can it be done without it? Yeah, sure, it can be done, but you're going to be miserable. You know, well, at least I am, because you're starving. So even with Saxenda, you still get hungry. I still get hungry, but there are some days, and I've had in a few of my vlogs, I spoke of some days I don't want to eat at all. I'm not hungry for lunch. I just take it. I'm not hungry for dinner. I just eat because I should. But most days I still get hungry. Like even right now, I'm hungry. I'm not starving. I don't feel like I have that nausea that you get when you're too hungry. I don't have any of that. But I am hungry. But you learn to live with that, right? Learn to live with your stomach kind of saying, hey, you know, it'd be nice if I can get just a snack and this and that. But it's a small price to pay for a lifetime of eating whatever I wanted. And I feel good because my stomach is empty now. So I actually feel light on my feet. Imagine that, 335 pounds. I feel light on my feet. You know, I feel like I have an extra bounce in my step, which is a fantastic feeling. Okay, one of the questions I was asked is, how do people around me react, or how do I deal with them? Sort of paraphrasing, to the fact that I take Saxenda. Well, first off, I don't keep it to well, I do and I don't, right? If nobody's asking, I'm not telling anybody what I'm doing. But if anybody's interested, or if anybody's noticed, I let everybody know. I'm on Saxenda. I'm not shy, and I'm not, some people can be negative. Some people can judge. I just don't care. Honestly, I really don't care. If you're not inside my little bubble, my personal bubble, you can call me all the names you want. You can judge me, and I will sleep like a baby at night. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. But generally speaking, that being said, the reaction has been good. People have been curious. What have I been using? I have colleagues, I have friends that are in good enough shape. I mean, they're not obese by any means, but they have some pounds that they've haven't been able to shed. Some of them are probably around the 200 mark and would like to go down to maybe 175. And they're asking details because they think that maybe that's what they need to kind of finish off their journey. So, yeah. So the feedback's been good. There's a few of them, of course, that will say, "Well, why don't you just get the surgery?" Well, I wanted to get the surgery, the gastric bypass. I was looking into it. I was nervous about it though because I've had prior medical issues before, and whenever I went to the hospital, the surgery didn't work out so well. A very basic surgery took me off work for 5 months. So now when I think of something like them putting holes in my body to cut out a piece of my stomach, well, how's that gonna, how's that gonna end for me? So I don't know. I feel like I'm unlucky when in that kind of stuff. So when I spoke to my doctor about the surgery, and he said, no, don't do that. Start with Saxenda. Yeah, I listened to him. So and I'm glad I did. Honestly, I have a family member who did get the gastric bypass. I think they're about 2.5 months in now, and she's lost. Now, she wasn't as heavy as I was, but I think she said that she was slightly over 300 pounds. And I think in 2.5 months, she lost like 75 pounds or something crazy. She's a whole different person. And so I have nothing against the gastric bypass, but I try to look at her quality of life, and she's happy. And don't get me wrong there, she's very happy. But she's got a lot of nausea. She vomits a lot. There's a lot of food she can no longer eat. I just don't like that. And I mean, if you have no other choice, do it. If you, because it's a problem, right? Once you get to my weight, 360, I've got a problem. It's an addiction. It needs to be treated like an addiction. You have to work up here a lot. So if sometimes that surgery is the key part to getting you on the right track instead of dying young, then of course, do it. But yeah, but she's struggling a little bit when it comes to that. And some days, like the last time I saw her, I think, and this is after a couple months, all she was able to eat in that whole day was 3 strawberries. And about, I think it was 2 or 3 cups of water. And she takes little vitamins and stuff that they give her. I mean, of course you're going to lose a lot of weight. But to me, I like that I can eat whatever I want. You guys seen, I've eaten restaurants all the time. It was part of my lifestyle. It was part of my problems I had, and I still sort of have. But I'm managing, and I'm still losing over 23 pounds in a month. Now, of course, the first weeks you do lose more than you will later on, but it's a big success. It's a big success, and I feel better. And while I don't always see it physically, my loss, oh man, do I ever feel it in my clothes. I feel it. It's unbelievable. Just this shirt, it was super tight, and now I can just bring it all the way out there. I could not do that. And my pants, I'm gonna have to change them soon because they're getting baggy. So it's looking like I guess the crotch section is way low now. So I need to lift them up all the time. It just doesn't look very good. So I'm gonna have to break out my older clothes that I kept in bins, hoping someday I'll be able to put them back on. So that's exciting. And then they're probably going to feel tight again, which will maybe push me again to lose some more weight. Let's go, keep going, so they can feel loose again. So I get to restart that process a little bit. So do I recommend Saxenda? Of course, you should do it. What about side effects? Okay, so I spoke about the side effects before, especially the first week. The first couple days, I had some nausea. Not much, but I remember I was sitting down. Now, first off, I take my injection first thing in the morning, okay? Then after that, I have some meds I take. I take something for acid reflux. So I take my injection, then I take a big glass of water and my other pill, and I'm good for my day. Now, the first couple days, I don't remember which days they were, I would be at work. Say I took my injection around 6, 7 a.m. Around 10 a.m., I would be sitting or talking, whatever I was doing, and everything would just, nausea would creep up, and I almost had some kind of dizzy spell. Now, whether or not that's the Saxenda, or it's a little bit of my withdrawal because I was already starting to change my diet, no more sugars or barely any in this, that, and I was sort of, readjusting. I'm not sure, but in both situations, I happen to have water nearby. See, I've got this bottle always ready to go, always. So if I don't feel well, I take a big gulp and it goes away right away. So that's good. Um, Other than those, constipation, sort of. I've had issues with that for the last years. So I don't have normal days when it comes to my stomach. So it's hard to tell if Saxenda is the cause. But if you look through my comments, you'll see other people experience constipation. So it is part of the whole process. So we do recommend that you do get some extra fiber. And eat, eat better. Be careful what you're taking. Drink a lot, and it'll help you out. Now, more importantly, I guess, is Saxenda a miracle type of pill, an injection? But then, is it a miracle pill? No, no. It helps. In one of my previous videos, I spoke about there was a day, 3 days ago, that I forgot my injection. I was so busy, I left too fast, I forgot it. And boy, oh boy, I was starving that day. So it does work. Okay, so right now I'm hungry, but it's super manageable. It's fine. Keep yourself busy. Keep your mind off of it. Do something else, and you can manage. The day where I missed it, it was so bad that I had dinner at 3 o'clock. I couldn't wait till 5 or 6. Couldn't do it. Had dinner at 3 o'clock. And when I couldn't wait for the next morning where I put another injection in me, and I was fine again. Okay. So it definitely works. At the beginning, I kept asking myself if this was some kind of placebo effect where, and no, it really isn't. Though at 0.6, at 0.2, it worked a little. Once I got to 1.8, which is where I am now, I started really feeling the difference. I don't know if there's a weight thing involved with that too, where because I'm a bigger guy, I need a bigger dose. I have no idea. But I started feeling a lot more at 1.8. And I am still at 1.8, and I'm finishing up my second pen now, so I still got 3 pens left after a month because I'm not taking a full dose, so it lasts a lot longer. Next week, I will, or maybe even this weekend, I will up my dose to 2.4 to see how that goes, to test out the waters. Sometimes whenever you do up your dose, you can feel a little off for a day or two, and then everything settles back, okay? So that's about it for the side effects. So like I was saying, it's not a miracle pill, a miracle injection. You need to put some work into it. So if you're going into this thinking, you know what, I'll just keep eating everything I'm eating and I'll just take the injection and maybe I'll feel stuffed before I finish my plate, then you don't have the right mindset, okay? Because let's face it, us that are overweight, we're not just eating because we're hungry, right? We have a problem. If you're like me, I don't need to be hungry. If you put a chocolate bar next to me, and I've just had a massive meal and I'm stuffed, I'll still eat the chocolate. I'll find a way. It's an issue. It's an addiction. So you need to be able to manage that. Okay, so this is just a tool for you to change your lifestyle. Okay, you got to change everything, and you need to plan. Right, start planning. I'm already planning. If my set goal, and I don't know what my goal weight is yet, but let's assume I'm aiming for 230. Long ways to go. 100 pounds still to go. Well, I'm already starting to work on, okay, well, once I do hit my 230, and if ever I do get off Saxenda, well, what's my plan? What am I doing? So right now, I'm still doing a lot of restaurants, eating a lot of food that I love, just my portions are smaller. My choices are better. And so I will, and I'm trying to add some exercise. I haven't done a lot of exercise, but I'm trying to. So adjust my lifestyle as opposed to being on this fad diet and then eventually getting off and just exploding back up, like we all do, right? We all lose 100 pounds and then we go right back up because our old habits creep back up. Okay, so I have that in mind quite a bit. And I think that's the mentality you need to have whenever you're going to do Saxenda. Treat yourself well. Start treating your body like a temple. Listen, we had a great run. We got to eat whatever we wanted for years and years and years. We enjoyed it. Well, now we're getting older. Let's take a little bit of responsibility and make sure we can stick around for a long time. So I think that is my review. I don't know if I have anything. Sorry for the noises if you guys hear anything, but I think that's it. So do it. Give it a shot. And feel free to leave some comments. I love to answer. I've answered pretty much everybody that leaves me a comment. If you have questions, if you have topics to talk about, it'll be my pleasure to talk about it. Of course, I've only been doing it for a month. There's people out there that have been doing it for over a year. But we'll get there. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So hopefully you guys can join the little community we've made, and we'll keep moving forward. So good luck, guys. Keep it up. Bye.